So what's our podcast about today?
Hello, I'm Jimmy, and welcome to the Atomic Podcast, I guess. And thank you. Today to episode 3. That's this one. And today we'll bleep those. Today our guest is Seth.
Hello.
Cue the intro.
So, what are your other two? This is number. You're for Atomic Podcast. This is number 3, right?
Yeah.
So what are the other two?
It's always been named the Atomic Podcast.
No, it has not.
Always has been.
It has not always been named the Atomic Podcast. It was called Podcasting with Jimmy.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you must be delusional.
I must be then.
So how have you been, Seth? How have you done?
Pretty chill, dude. My neighbor backed up into me today.
Come again?
My neighbor backed up into me. Like he truck. Like yeah. So this morning I was like playing Rocket League or whatever. Like I just woken up, and then I hopped on the computer or whatever. Like started up Rocket League, and then so my computer's right next to that front door right there. Mm-hmm. So he just go, and I'm like, oh dang. I was like, what's going on? And then I heard him on the phone because he was calling somebody, and he's like, I can't just leave him there or whatever, because I'm pretty sure he's talking to his mom or something. But he's basically just like, yeah, I gotta tell him, it's the right thing to do. I want to know. And I was like, okay, it's gotta be something serious then. So then I go talk to him. He's like, hey dude, I just want to let you know I backed up in your car last night. And I'm like, oh, okay, dang. But it is honestly, he was a really nice guy. So it was pretty cool.
Was he like a teenager or something?
No. He was an adult. I mean, probably mid-20s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Early. Cool.
Yeah. But he was a really nice guy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So called parents, got everything situated, called the cops.
Did the police respond, or
yes.
Did they not? Because we defunded them, or not, or was the other one abolish
the police? That's so dumb, dude. Interesting.
Politics.
Yeah.
I do love some politics. Put the screen thing on.
Not
politics screen. Haha.
No, yeah, but honestly, here lately, I've been paying a lot more attention to politics and stuff like that. I really want to pay more attention to the debates and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know where to get those. I figure on cable, on news and stuff, but I don't have access to those
debates. As in what do you mean?
Well, for sure, I want to watch the presidential debates. For sure, because that's going to be important because that's the next 4 years of our lives.
And I can vote now. We
Yeah,
can both vote.
We can both vote now. Yeah. And so, did you vote in the primary?
No.
Jimmy, you are doing your job as an American citizen.
As any good American knows, my vote means nothing.
True. Very true. But it doesn't help to say that you tried.
Yeah.
But okay. I totally understand that people be like, oh, my vote doesn't matter, but you still have to vote. Okay. It's my whole thing is that if you complain about politics in any way and then you don't vote, your opinion is not null and void, because some people can have good ideas, but it's you aren't even trying to help in any way. So it's you really don't have the leverage to argue about those things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I get that it's bad, but at least try to do something. At least say that you voted.
I mean, if you don't vote, you're not really giving yourself or your side the political power to oppose the other side.
Yeah.
Do you want anything from a fast food restaurant?
The Hedgehog?
Perhaps.
With the rings?
The golden rings?
The golden rings? Sweet tea, easy ice.
Sweet tea, easy ice.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can I get a large ocean water as well?
When does happy hour start? 2, 3?
When does what?
Happy hour? I think it's 3 to 5.
Might be. I don't remember.
1:44 right now.
Come back and get those cheaper drinks.
Cheaper drinks. Oh, I wonder if Val's working. She could hook it up.
Interesting.
Did I tell you that? Me and Kel came in to see her, and we got her stuff for free.
I think you did one time.
It was cool. Easy dub. Dude, so I don't know why, but Portal 2 seemed really easy this time around.
Did you I
beat it in one sitting.
You did co-op, right?
No.
Or you did single player?
Yeah, single player. But it seemed really easy. I don't know what I did, but
I remember single player being... There's only a few ones that were really difficult.
Yeah.
Most of the single player maps were fairly easy. The co-op ones were a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
From what I remember, at least.
Mm-hmm. I remember them being really fun though. So like I know like when Portal 2 co-op or whatever, like me and my sister would play it, and it was like fun, dude. Like it was really cool. But and for some reason like I got to the boss level on Portal 2, and I was like, wait, this isn't the boss level. Where's like the one with Gladys? And then I was like, oh, that's Portal 1. Because I don't know, I don't remember playing Portal 1, but I remember like I've seen it somewhere, and I don't know why. Because I've played Portal 1, I'm pretty sure.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Damn it, your hair is long.
It is.
Like his beard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta go.
Alright, see ya. Sweet, thank you.
There you go.
Gracias, señor.
Oh boy, we got our drinks. Now where? I meant to
I-
park in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought like we were gonna chill for a while.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna park anyways.
Alright, you don't go to like park or something?
No.
Anywhere in the shade, I'm good with, dude. 'Cause it gets hot, bro.
It does indeed. Some political debates. Presidential debates is what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but I think it's in like November. That's a ways away.
Oh.
I really don't know how to like go about searching for articles like of like what they stand for, I guess. Like I really don't know where to look for that kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of like going on YouTube and like looking up stuff like that. So, what about you?
What about me? What?
I don't know. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I'll tell you what. I've been practicing for our little get together this weekend, where we're gonna have a tournament in Smash, and I don't want to I don't want my ass to be kicked. So I've been practicing,
Totally forgot
and
about
by
that.
practicing, I mean playing Terraria.
Dude, we should have rocked the competition, man.
That way you could kick our ass.
Yep. That's the one game I'm better than all of you in, and I'll take it.
I don't know if we can say their names, or they want us to say their names, but they're not here to defend themselves.
Why? We're just gonna talk trash? We're like, oh, they're so terrible, or...
Perhaps, because I planned on talking trash about them.
Oh, let's do it.
All right.
They're the boys.
Yeah, they're the boys. God, that one kid who plays Ice Climbers, what a bitch.
I think you mean he was the coolest guy in the world. He obviously knows who's the best out there. It's Ice Climbers, man.
Inkling for life. That's it. Final finale.
Hentai ass.
Hey, f*** you. F*** you. Hey, Seth, I think if I remember correctly last time, you said something about how you like anime.
I never said that.
You said that.
I hate anime.
Roll the clip.
Hello, my name is Seth and I love to watch anime.
Yeah, that one clip. Wasn't that amazing, Seth? You
don't
said
know
that.
what it is.
That's what you said.
Dude, my dad works in Microsoft. He can your account banned.
My brain. That's right. I had a memory.
Interesting.
They're adding Min Min to the roster on Smash.
Who?
Min Min. Min Min. If I say it loud enough, you'll understand.
Just put a picture up and like just like there and be like, this is Min Min.
Yeah, this is Min Min.
I guess I could probably check who.
Yeah, it's.
I probably could check.
It's Noodle Arm Girl. Quite literally.
Oh, her
Noodles.
from Arms?
Yeah. From
Oh,
Arms.
okay. You should have said that because I've seen you play that. I don't.
Yeah. I forgot that you saw me play Arms with long arm. God, that's a good game.
Is it MIN?
Yeah. Top tier. I haven't ever checked her out. I don't know if she's been added yet, but she's been announced at least.
2 days ago, she arms herself.
Okay, so she must be in the game already. I'm excited to kick y'all's ass with that.
I know there's a place where we can get fireworks. I don't know where at. Like, I don't have the address with me though right now. I like wrote it down because I heard it on the radio and I was like, oh.
Are they cheap fireworks?
Oh, probably not, dude. What do you expect? Every firework's expensive. Anything like worthwhile is expensive.
That is true. I remember when I was younger, I always used to love shooting off fireworks.
I've never shot off fireworks. Like, I have once or twice before. but like not anything big.
Yeah, nothing like it was only like just things you could put in the street and watch.
Yeah,
nothing that could go way up in the air.
I never even did that. I think like maybe like one time when I was like 10, my stepsister got some because she was in high school already, and so like she got home late one night or something, and then she just did them out there, and she was like, "Yeah, come out here." And I was like, "Oh, cool." It was a tank. I remember one of them was like a tank firework.
A tank firework?
Yeah, like I think like it would like roll around like on the ground a little bit and like shoot off stuff.
Huh.
It was pretty cool. Like I mean, it was cheesy, but it was cool.
All right.
Yeah. How about this weather, bro? Yesterday was awesome. Cause I was working and then it got all stormy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Like a little sudden shower.
That was nice.
What's your favorite type of weather, Seth?
Rain.
What kind of rain?
Acid rain. I'm just kidding.
I too like the golden showers.
Yes.
Honestly,
though, ever since reading that book or whatever,
Which?
How to Read Literature Like a Professor, like
Sorry.
and like the seasons or like weather, rain. It's like I've always loved rain, but like after that, it was just like number one S tier, like top shelf, best thing on earth.
That book, that whole class changed my whole perception of movies, because now it seems like if the movie's not very, what do you call it, like primordially symbolic, like the symbols are easy to recognize, I really get frustrated.
Yeah.
And I don't like the movie. So it both ruined movies and made them so much more boom.
Like eye-opening to to see what why a movie is actually good, as opposed to like it's just with hype and stuff.
I watched a few YouTube videos about like hair, or one YouTube video rather about hair in specific, and how there's like certain styles of hair demonstrate different or give off different emotional or information about the character itself. And I would have never freaking thought about the hair itself. Like, I don't know.
Oh, dude, like especially with Avatar, bro. Like Prince Zuko's hair, dude. His development and his difference in hairstyle, like honestly, Avatar: The Last Airbender is like top shelf. So it's such a good show. And like I am kind of doing that with the hype because I've seen memes and stuff like that, but like and seen all this stuff. But it is a really good show. So.
And you say you don't like anime?
It's not anime.
You sure?
Positive.
Well, I can't look that up. Never mind. My phone's recording.
Fine, let me look that up.
God, I hope it is.
It's not. I looked it up before.
I looked it up before and it didn't say it was hentai.
I can't spell. D. Anime is a style of Japanese film and television animation, typically aimed at adults as well as children.
Okay.
And it's not anime because it's not Japanese.
What,
Checkmate.
What is Avatar then? Is it American? Is it German?
It's American.
Oh.
It's Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon made it.
Oh, shit, Nickelodeon made it?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know much about Nickelodeon then. Which one's SpongeBob?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, shit. Is Patrick in that universe too?
Sandy Cheeks. Isn't that her name?
I just remember Sandy. I don't remember the cheeks.
I'm sure her full name is Sandy Cheeks because she's a squirrel, right? So she like holds stuff in her cheeks.
Like these nuts. Oh God.
Yeah.
Sandy Cheeks.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, Avatar: The Legend of Aang in some regions, is an American animated television series created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko and Aaron Ahas, a head writer. It aired on Nickelodeon for 3 seasons from Feb 2005 to July 2008.
That's another thing I've been realizing. I recently went back and watched The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I didn't rewatch it. I watched like the first 3 episodes. But I realized, wow, there's a lot of TV shows like in the span of like 2005 to 2010.
a lot of good TV shows, or maybe they're just nostalgic, but a lot of shows were imprinted in my mind, and I cannot not unsee them.
Yeah. We said 2005?
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you would have been like 4 or 5. Because like my first memory is of me being 5 years old. I don't know when yours is, but like I remember being in my house, like out at the ranch, like, and my mom was there. And we were getting ready for school one day, and I was 5 years old, and I was like, Mom, I hate being 5 years old. She's like, why? And I was like, I can't do anything I want to do, and she's like, okay. That's the first memory I have of being 5.
I think my first memory is when I'm a child, like still crawling.
No way.
Like it's a very vivid memory. I'm crawling. My dog is there, like off in the distance a little bit, and on the TV screen, like to my right, there's a. I think it's Monsters Inc. is playing, because I remember Sully, and I just remember the blue fur, and I remember the blue fur was casting like a blue shadow or a blue light out around the room, and everything's very blue in that memory.
You're sad, Jimmy. You're sad.
I've always been
blue
sad.
is sad, man.
Sad.
Colors.
Have you listened to any good songs lately?
Yeah.
What?
Welcome to the Black Parade.
Don't know it.
My Chemical Romance. I mean, it's a good song. I really don't know why I started listening. You know what it is? Because I was like listening to like Today's Top Hits on Spotify or whatever, and then Beyonce's new song Black Parade came on, and I was like, didn't she steal that from something? And then I went on YouTube and I was like, Black Parade, and it's all, Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, and I was like, oh yeah, that one. And so I played it, and I was like, I literally got chills, bro. It was a good song, like top tier.
Interesting.
Yeah. You want to play it? That way your video.
Yeah! Let's play it! Bob! Can we play it? I don't think we can.
No, we probably can't. I don't actually know,
That's some jazz.
Oh yeah, actually, I saw a meme where it's like this little Kiwi dude, and he's like doing that, and he's like, I'm the scat man. Have you seen that?
I don't think. Maybe I have. I'm not sure.
That's funny, bro. It was a good one. I'm gonna see if I can find it. That was a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna get to see the boys this weekend. Whether this video comes out by then, I don't f***ing know.
Probably not. Let's be honest here.
I gotta do a lot of bleeps. I've been saying f***ing a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to like not.
Say the F word, Seth. I dare you.
Fuck. Well, how was your guys' Father's Day? That was over this past weekend.
It was alright, I guess. It wasn't interesting. I gave my dad his present. He's like, thank you. And then we called my sister, and my sister said, Happy Father's Day. And she's like, thank you. And my sister asked, so what are we going to eat today? Or what are you guys going to eat, rather? Not
Yeah, they're out of town.
Yeah. And my dad said, I don't know. Your mother's deciding for me. Haha. Matriarchy.
Your dad's hair's getting long, bro. I saw him, like, when I picked up the eyes, his hair's long.
Yeah. Are the barbers open?
I know mine is, but that's because she was a private business. Like, she's the only one that does it.
Alright. Because I know for the longest time we were waiting to get a haircut, and then the coronavirus hit, like everything shut down, so we weren't able to get haircuts. And I decided to mostly just keep mine growing out until, I'll just get a little trim, but other than that, I'm not gonna cut it off.
Fair.
I remember you got your haircut.
Yeah. Only on the sides, though.
It's still very long.
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
Yep. See, that, like, I feel like our hair is weird, because, like, my hair is long and straight forward, and your hair is long and, like, back. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been combing mine ever since college, or, like, this beginning of last semester of college, I was just combing it backwards.
To train it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it goes down there, just...
Yeah, but see, like mine goes, I think, down to my chin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I can just check.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I keep trying to train it back, and it's just my hair does not want to hold it back for some reason.
Is that why you always wear a hat?
Yeah, because it's just otherwise it's just in my face, and I'm like, I don't really like that. Like, I mean, I like having it like kind of longer though, just because it's something I haven't done before.
Same.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have long hair, but I was never allowed to, and I was sad. But then I moved to college, and my mom couldn't tell me what to do anymore.
Yes, you can.
No, she can't.
Well, can you get a job in college?
Yes, I can. I just have to disobey my parents.
Exactly.
Mom said I shouldn't be smoking, and I don't. I promise. I need to smoke.
Dude, I haven't played in so long. When was the last time we played Smash? Like,
It's been a minute.
yeah, I haven't played Smash since the last time we played it together, because I don't have a Switch.
Yeah. I tried playing this last weekend, or last week rather, and I got kind of alright. I mean, kind of alright. I beat 2 level 9s fairly easily, but then I tried story mode. I got my ass kicked. Every single fight I could not win, and it was sad. You got any questions for me, Seth?
Oh, have you been? So I know, like over the summer, I've been wanting to like, cause I know I need to do better like in school and stuff. But like, have you been trying to learn anything?
Nope.
Okay. I know I need to go back and like look through all my notes and stuff so that way I don't forget everything. But I just haven't done it, and I really don't want to. Like.
Yeah, I know. Sometime I gotta go back and learn Calc 2 again.
For Calc 3.
For Calc 3.
Yeah.
And then Cry, and then
Jason said it was easy, or relatively easy though.
yeah.
And so, are they done with school for this summer?
Well, I don't know.
Because I thought they said like easy or something. Like I know they took a test or something.
I think they just took the test. I think they still have to go the rest of the summer to go.
Oh, okay.
I can't imagine they just do it for 1 month.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that's incredibly short. Like,
If so, I should have done that.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Like I could have done that, but
As far as college goes, how's it going? How was I as a roommate on a scale from 1 to 10? Remember, there's a gun in the car.
honestly, like a 9. 9.5.
9.5.
I would say 10, but you know it's you, and you just. I felt really weird. Like I felt like there was a slight possibility that Matt Mercer would just be there for some reason. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Mercer. Oh my God.
Oh, nasty man.
Well, if I had to rate you, I'd give you
-7.
a 9
No,
and a half.
it's too late. I already voted myself. Oh yeah,
9.
you would go to bed like really early,
Oh yeah. Well,
and I would stay up for like playing Rocket League. So like you'd just be going to bed, and you just
how late would you stay up?
like probably like 12 or like 1. Like I would be in bed by like 1 probably, like every night for the most part.
All right.
Either that or earlier, just depending on shower time and stuff like that.
Because nowadays I stay up, like during the summer rather, I stay up till like around 12, but sometimes till 1. Yeah.
I would say same, honestly. Like I've realized, well, I'd be in my room by like 12 usually, and then I'll stay up for like till like 3, just watching YouTube or something. Because like I'll just lay in bed watching YouTube, and I'm like, I should go to bed. Like I'll feel tired, and I'll just be like, still watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just stop. You can watch it tomorrow. And then I'm like, no, tomorrow I got other things I want to do. And it's like, oh well. So
That's kind of how how it works for me. Like, so I don't start watching shows that I want to watch until around like 10ish, because that's when my parents go to bed. So then I don't get to enjoy life until then. So I have something to look forward in the day. But I stay up really late, and then around 12 o'clock I start to get tired, but I know I can press on one more episode, and I keep doing that until I can't do it no more, and I fall asleep, and I don't remember what happened in the episode, so I have to go back the next day and watch back a few episodes to figure out where I fell asleep at.
nice.
And then I wind up in bed sometimes.
Just sometimes. It's like what happens, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
What was I wanting to say? Gosh, Oh, have you seen Dark on Netflix?
What's it about? I
Uh,
haven't.
So, it's a German show with an English dub, but it's basically about like time traveling. But it's a really weird, like niche. It's a really good show. Like you would like it.
You had my ear at time travel.
I figured, yeah, but you'd like it a lot. And it's cool because they mentioned Back to the Future. I'm pretty sure. Like, okay, I don't know if they mentioned Back to the Future, but like they mention that same like story at least. Like, I think he says Back to the Future, but I didn't hear the. I don't know if he said future. He said Back to the something. And I'm like, hey, Back to the Future, and I got distracted. I was like, cool. But yeah, it's a good show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then Crossing Swords on Hulu. I watched that one. It was pretty good.
What's it about?
Crossing Swords?
What's it about, Seth?
It's a knight who wants to... Well, it's a kid who wants to become a knight.
Oh,
And then he
it's
meets
kid.
people.
Ugh, not hot anymore.
You're a nasty man. No, yeah, but like... Well, I mean, he's of age when he becomes a knight.
I have to clarify. He's of age. Just want to clarify that.
For you. But yeah, like that's a pretty good show, honestly. It's a little weird. I mean, the creators of Robot Chicken made that show, so it has that weird kind of like dark humor or like I don't care humor.
I think I've seen the advertisements of
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
I remember seeing Robot Chicken and thinking,
Yeah.
that one sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're like little wooden dolls, kind of like they got like a circle sphere head or whatever, and like the little
That's right.
bodies are like a square.
Okay.
It's weird, but like pretty good.
Epic.
I don't know, dude. Here recently, I've been just not caring about other people like at all. But I think mostly because like most of my attention have most like recently been on like money regarding like Cutco and Home Depot, and so I've been kind of distracted. And then also like me wanting to do things like learn sign language and Russian and Spanish, and also learn Clair de Lune, and being a lot more like I want to do things with my life.
Same, yeah.
So I haven't really been paying attention to like other people that much, honestly.
I've been sort of learning some ins and outs of comedy and editing. So,
What do you mean comedy?
I mean,
You don't learn comedy. You're either funny or you're not.
Oh, you learn some comedy. I guarantee you that. I've learned a few things, and that's just to not let a joke die, and that just keep going.
No, that's not comedy.
Oh, you'll be surprised when something comes out that's just right. I'm gonna keep going with it, and I'm not gonna stop going with it until everyone else drops out.
But wouldn't that destroy the comedic purpose of it though?
Perhaps.
Because then it's not spontaneous anymore.
It depends on if everyone else will continue going or they'll drop out too.
Do you mean with like say they're making fun of something and then they keep adding onto it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's like until. Wait. Yeah, but it's hard to be like.
I've learned a lot about timing as well.
Well, yeah, timing is everything. Obviously, you haven't learned timing. There's dead air.
Oh shit, my bad.
Jimmy, you can't have dead air on Michael Reeves. Dude, Michael Reeves is like, he is a comedic expert. Let me tell you, you're Michael Reeves, bro. Yeah. Oh, I've learned something too. Like, I feel like the next big step in like human evolution, kinda, is energy. Like,
Well, as in,
okay, so like you know how Nikola Tesla, at one point like had, like his whole thing was to have transmittable energy over a large distance. Like you didn't have to run wires between things, right? And so really that's like, if we can get that to happen, you can do a lot more things than we're currently able to do. Like, they've kind of done that kind of with like wireless charging. Like, you know that they made like a wireless charging room. Like there's like a pole in the middle that's like a wireless charger. And if you're just in the room, like your phone or whatever charges. But like if you could say harness energy on the earth and then beam it to the moon, like you could, because like you know how like the moon is like 50% sun, 50% not, because there's a dark side of the moon that never faces earth. But like if you can get that to like be powered or something, like you could power, or even like say you send out a spaceship and it has like no batteries or no power consumption, no power producing abilities. Like you could blast it with an energy, or like give it power,
like like a concentrated laser beam that with a photocell on the other end that could just receive the power?
Yeah, kind of like that. But like, I mean, yes, but like, I mean, like, I'm trying to think of like a practical application for that kind of thing. I can't think of it yet because like it's everything that needs power either has a battery, an outlet, or some kind of ability to provide its own energy.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm trying to think what else you could use that for. I mean, like, really, even now, you don't really need energy. You know what I mean? I mean, like you need energy, but like, you don't need any more energy in a sense because like there's already so like you know how like coal power plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
They basically fill the baseline of energy needs in their region or whatever they're powering.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you use renewable resources to either be turned on or turned off because they're a lot easier to like turn on and turn off as opposed to like coal or gas ones or whatever.
Coal and gas are just more consistent.
Yeah, exactly. And so say like if a city always needs something like during the day, you need a lot more energy because people are like turning on AC units, they're turning on lights, they're using a lot more energy in the day. So there's spikes, you know, of like, but like, and so I actually didn't know this either, but my uncle, because the whole pandemic and everything, he got fired from his oil job, and so he's wanting to go into energy, and so he actually explained this to me, how like using renewable energies as a like you can't really use them as a baseline.
Yeah, you have to have something more consistent.
Exactly, yeah, because otherwise you either run out of energy, or something like that. But like I don't know, like if you could build a Dyson sphere, really like what I want to do is build a Dyson sphere, right? Or like a Dyson ring even. Really, a Dyson ring is probably the most practical thing. But like if you could do that and then transmit that energy collected to say Earth, like what would you be able to do with that kind of energy? You'd probably be able to do a lot more things like create portal guns and I don't know, nanobot technology. Probably not that, but like I don't know, like video game scientific achievements, like what's Iron Man's ion thing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like
if you could make a real one of those. Fusion. It's a fusion, not engine, but like I don't know. Okay, but say you had that much more energy, you could warp space-time.
Could you though? With that much energy?
Probably. I mean, that's what a black hole is.
Yeah, but that's like because assume you're able to concentrate a section or some percentage of the sun's energy. I mean, a larger percentage than we already have here on Earth.
Right.
And we focus it down to Earth, and we just concentrate at one point in space. How would you warp space-time with just?
Well, no. Okay. So like what I'm saying is like that energy itself probably couldn't do it, but you would need to build things that would need a large amount of energy to warp space and time, and so that power consumption would be used for those things. You get what I mean?
So like maybe just make a giant magnet. This is a huge magnet.
It is massive, bro. I'm talking huge.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So you're thinking like not within our lifetimes ever.
Probably not, honestly. I mean, that's the sad part of it. I mean, a lot of that stuff, it seems too scientifically fictional to even be considered real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Iron Man's technology, probably never gonna happen. I mean, it might, but it's not gonna be the same. You know what I mean? Like, or you know, you see Star Wars like hyperspeed or like whatever. You know, like any video game has or like movie series that involves space usually has a large distance traveling, like fast. You know what I mean? Like almost any space thing has the ability to go to like warp speed or like plaid. Never go plaid, bro.
What is that? What's that from?
Spaceballs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested in going into the nuclear area, and I think that's the next big step for humankind. If we can get nuclear energy back on track and not hated.
I don't hate it. Also, there is nuclear energy in that Dark show. Like, the whole thing is about a city around a nuclear power plant. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, well, okay, so like I agree with you, like, but in that instance, like, instead of making a fusion reactor, make a fission reactor.
A fission?
Or
We don't have fusion.
okay, yeah, well, then make a fusion reactor.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what Iron Man or Tony Stark Enterprises has, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, if you could do that, then that would be like the coolest part. Like, using that energy to power more things, to make things like space travel a lot easier. Because I know space travel is like really difficult, and so if humanity wants to, like that's basically Elon Musk's whole thing is like making human or like allowing the human race to continue, essentially.
Yeah. Every time space comes up, it only just makes me anxious because, rockets always have to have fuel, and that bothers me because every time we send up a rocket, just to demonstrate that we can do it or that it will work, is great, but it always bothers me because we're using up fuel here on Earth, and I don't know, like I can't imagine how we're going to use like energy once we run out of fuel. What are we going to use to leap out of Earth?
Right, and so that's why you would use energy.
Well, how?
Exactly. That's the whole part that we're having to gap now.
That bothers me so much.
Yeah, because that's the problem.
Because, like, oh God.
Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, eventually we're gonna run out of things to use as rocket fuel.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that's why you're needing that like energy gap from, say, like a nuclear fusion reactor, which is basically the sun, which would be creating a Dyson ring, to like transmit energy long distances. Either that or creating things that can use Earth's resources that is in abundance, like a saltwater engine, because the whole ocean is saltwater. But if you can make an engine that runs on saltwater, you could replace car vehicles with saltwater engines.
Until we use that one up, then what are we gonna do?
Yeah, but the Earth is 70% water. It's gonna be a long time before we use up all the ocean's water.
The dinosaurs covered a lot of the Earth, and you're telling me
it was Pangea. It wasn't the same.
But it's still a lot of the Earth. Do you disagree with me there?
Oh, no.
That's right, atheists. God's real.
Agree.
Dinosaurs. But I can't, cause I'm still trying, cause like, I get what you mean, you use the energy somehow, but like, so suppose we make a fusion reactor here on Earth, we figure it out, blah, 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 cause from what I understand, they theoretically want to use water, the two heavy water and heavier water. I don't remember what they're called. I don't know the scientific names, but they'll fuse two hydrogens together, and you can easily get those hydrogen molecules from water. So we got lots of water here on Earth, and you fuse them together, and you can make theoretically a lot of energy using just a little bit of energy. So you have to jumpstart the machine theoretically.
Right.
But once you get it going, it hopefully should be able to continue and sustain itself. Suppose we do that, we make a lot of energy, and that's all we can do right now is just transfer that heat that's made into electricity.
Right.
We don't have, it's not really a combustion. So, fusing a particle, it'll create a combustion, I guess, in a sense, but it won't. You'd have to somehow focus that energy to push.
Right, yeah, exactly. And so like that's like, so as soon as we're able to build, say, a fusion reactor, like building one is a huge task. But like once you're able to do that, miniaturizing it, putting it on some kind of spaceship, then like you would be able to use a lot less non-renewable resources. You know what I mean? Or like once it's out in space, you'd be able to do more things, like go to like Mars, or like, you know, go explore the solar system and beyond, essentially, in that regard. Like, I guess really what I'm getting at is more of, after we've gotten off Earth, that's where it comes into hand. Like, that's where it becomes beneficial. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've had fission reactors for 50, 70 years now. So we haven't really done much with them.
Yeah.
And everyone seems to fear nuclear power.
Well, because they've seen what bad can come from it. They've never seen what good can come from it.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Nuclear engineer?
Well, I'll tell you my little plan.
Nuke the world.
I'll become president. I'll tell everyone who doesn't like nuclear power, you can leave. Just go in the ocean. We're not sending you across seas. You.
Or they can go to Chaz, their autonomous zone or whatever.
I'm kind of interested how that will play out.
I don't know, dude. Like, that just seems weird to me.
I think it's really cool.
What do you mean?
The whole Chaz, I think they renamed it, but...
Chop, I think.
Chop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it very interesting.
But in what way? Like,
okay, go ahead. Suppose they succeed, suppose they find a way to subvert... Because the last thing I heard is that the police are trying to take back the area.
Right.
Which kind of sucks. But I would actually really like to see them succeed in becoming an autonomous zone without policing. Because...
Well, I mean, like, basically, from what I can gather from them, I haven't really, like, seen anything, but I really don't really know, like, where to look, so I haven't really been doing any, like, research of that thing. But, like, it would work, because it's communism. Like, in theory, communism and socialism, in those regards, in theory, should work. If everybody thought the exact same way, gave everything they had, like, and they all wanted to do that. But the problem is, not everybody wants to do that, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that are selfish and like, they take advantage of those things, you know what I mean? And so then it falls apart. And then they blame, like, they blame why it didn't work on things that aren't the cause of the problem. You get what I mean?
How did we get to socialism and communism?
Well, okay. I guess that's where I'm uninformed. So what does Chaz hope to do? Because I
mean, right now it's just a protest against police.
Right.
It's not like... I mean, they're still American citizens.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, they've created... So, from what I've seen, at least, they've created their own community.
Yeah.
Right? And then... but at this point, it's not self-governing.
It is...
It's more like mob rule.
They have... I don't remember if it's weekly or something like that, but they have weekly voting systems where they vote as a collective on what to do.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
So, like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's from what I've heard. That they have, like, a weekly voting system, and that that's how they enforce policy, or not enforce policies, but dictate what policy should be done.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, that's just democracy.
And I'm very curious how that's going to work out, because suppose they decide, the mayor of that, wherever they are, doesn't try to take it back, and they allow them to continue to protest, and they prove that police isn't needed. They do defund the police, and then the movement begins to spread, and it becomes to defunding the police to a more wider, maybe the city itself. I'd be very curious how that would work, because...
Yeah, that's fair. In my opinion, probably not well. I understand that there are bad cops and, like, bad people, but, like, I think you don't need to defund them, you need to train better. Like, you need to create a better policing system in regards to how they're trained, like, finding better people to begin with. And I know, like, I mean, like, that's part of the problem as well, because people don't want to be cops for the reasons of that it's dangerous, like, there's a lot of problems with being an officer.
And
but
that's like part of the reason. That's the whole. I believe the theory behind defunding the police was not to necessarily. It's to limit the police power to more enforcement aspects of the world. They wouldn't respond to, like, you call 911 and you say, I don't know, you call 911 and maybe it's domestic abuse. They'll send a professional there to go.
Okay.
They're basically defunding the police department to put the funds into something more appropriate for that.
For that one issue.
For issues that related to that certain area. So rather than
Right.
the police responding to all these different aspects of life, they'll respond to maybe a specific few. Like when there's an actual robbery, then the police will be called.
Right, yeah. And so I totally understand that and I get it. But like my whole thing is that if you need to call someone for help, it seems weird to want to defund them, but then say you're in trouble. Who are you going to call if they're not there anymore? And I get what you're saying. How like insert like only certain aspects of the policing abilities. Like that makes sense to me. Of like how you would want, say, like a domestic abuse handled with experts on domestic abuse or like things like that nature, or officers who have done that multiple times, like experienced it, or like. But then I'm wondering how that would work, how that system would work, because some people might not want to handle robberies or hostage situations, and then everybody would be like, oh, it's just domestic abuse, I'll go handle that. I'm not saying it's good. I mean, they're obviously bad, but like, how would you decide who gets to pick or who does what?
I believe, it'd be like, you call 911, they would ask you what's your problem, the general operator thing, and then they'll put you into the line with whatever department would best suit your needs.
Right. Okay.
So then they'll be sent off to do whatever.
That's fair. And so that's what Chaz is trying to do?
I'm not sure what Chaz is trying to do. I don't remember what their things, but that's the difference. That's what defund the police is. Abolish the police is just get rid of them, which I'm also interested in. Because if they get rid of the police, because as far back as I can remember, from all the history books I read, there's always been some sort of enforcement kind of person. There'd either be knights or whatever.
Right.
And then there would be like security and whatnot. And as far back as history as I can remember, or I've read rather.
Right. Yeah.
There's always been some sort of enforcement personnel, and I'm curious what would happen if we did actually abolish the police.
I think that it would go into chaos and mayhem, because people like most people don't commit crimes for the most part, like large scale, and that may be for multiple reasons, but probably one of the biggest reasons is that they're scared of the punishment that will happen to them. Like, say you steal something and you get caught, there are actions that are taken to either prevent you from doing that or for you to pay back to people that you stole from. And so that fear keeps you morally in line of like, oh, stealing's wrong. But like, if you don't have that check and balance, like, like that's where the whole, like, there's why there's checks and balances for multiple things. But like, without that check and without that fear of being punished for your actions, people demoralized. People, start to think, oh, well, I can't be punished for, say, stealing this thing or hurting this person. And so then they're like, and so like those people that are to become the victims can't call anybody. If the police was abolished, they would have to take their defense and their safety into their own hands, most likely meaning lethal measures or fatal, lethal and fatal are the same thing, but like more drastic measures would need to be taken to prevent things from happening against yourself. Like, that's why the Second Amendment is there. I mean, it's there to protect the First Amendment, which is really about the government, but like that same instance of like protecting your own property, one's own property. And so it's like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't think abolishing the police is a good idea in any way. I think a police reform would be a much better thing to do with like better training, like different things like that more help to control situations and to prevent panic. Because most of the reason why things escalate, they do, like with people being shot or things like that, whatever, regardless of skin color, people, when they fear for their lives or their safety, they panic. When they panic, they do drastic things. Because they get into that fight or flight mode, and like it's out of their hands in a sense of like, because if someone like say a police officer is arresting someone or whatever, and they resist arrest, well then they're like, well, this person could grab my gun. There's been videos of people that the police are detaining, who the person they're detaining has grabbed their weapon and fired upon themselves, And then the other officer, whatever, fires back. And then, people are like, how could he do that or whatever? And it's like, well, he was fighting for his life. It's not... really, that's where the problem stems from. It's because people start to panic and they do things that are bad and drastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then, everything else blows up or whatever. But, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think abolishing the police is a good idea. I think probably the best thing to do would be a police reform of some sort.
I think in the sense that I describe what defund the police is, I mean, I believe that's what the whole defund the police is. If that's what it is, that's what I think should be done. To where you take away money from the police department and you put it into other sections that would be better suited to deal with such situations.
That's fair. I personally, I don't know what even police officers in that regard do. Like, I don't know, like, what their divisional breakdown is of things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I would be interested to see what happens with those things, or with things like that, like what actually their breakdown goes into, because that would be cool. Because then like, allotting resources for more specified, trained individuals of certain things would be better because they know how to handle it better. So in a sense, I think defunding. I don't know. I still don't think defunding is, in a sense, the right way. Like, I get how breaking that labor into more
specialized,
qualified people is a good idea. I just think that instead of defunding them, in a sense, we should be... What's the opposite of defund?
Put more fund? I
don't know, yeah. But, like, I feel like we should be putting more money, I guess, into a police reform.
I mean, yeah.
But in that instance, it's kind of like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one's taking the money away immediately, and one's putting in more to create more opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing in a sense. It's just a different way of going about it. But yeah.
Interesting. You know what that sound means, Seth?
The end of the line, Jimbo.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot myself.
No, don't. Oh well, this is my podcast now. What's up, guys? So it's me. I don't know. How long is this podcast gonna go? Just until we get it done? Interesting. Alright, podcast. Well, I guess now, since I'm not uploading this, I can just go ahead and play copyrighted music for fun. And no one can stop me.